Greetings, fellow Warlocks. I'm your host, Journeyman Zero, and this is Bradigus Thorle The Runecarver, a Circle Warlock Warlock with no other variants. The Runecarver, or Thorle 1, is a Circle Black-clad Scout Secret Dominion Warlock. Like all Warlocks, he costs no points, and his field allowance is character. Thus, you can only have one per army. He has 17 health points, stands on a 50mm base, and possesses the model advantages Pathfinder and Dual Attack. He is Speed 5 with an Arcane, Melee, and Ranged attacks of 6, Defense of 14, Armor of 16, Arcane of 7, and a control range of 12 inches. He, like the wolves he commands, is a bit slow, but he more than makes up for it in other ways. He has 4 special abilities: Earth Magic, Repair, Steady, and Stonebinder. Earth Magic allows the construct warbeasts in his battle group to use their animus for 1 less Fury point. This means 4 out of the 7 wolves, the Guardian, Warden, Watcher, and White, can cast their animi for free. The remaining 3, Weird, Wrath, and Megalith, can cast their 2-cost animis for only 1 Fury. This is incredibly inefficient, and I don't see why you wouldn't be casting the first 4's animus every turn. Repair is a range 1 special action. Target a friendly faction construct model. If in range, it heals D3 plus 3 damage points. Quite handy considering Thorle cannot heal construct warbeasts using his Fury. Steady is a very straightforward ability. Thorle simply cannot be knocked down. Spend all that time studying rocks, and you get as sturdy as they are. Stonebinder is not as positive as the other abilities. Thorle can only take construct warbeasts, no living ones, no matter what. This makes sense given his character, but does limit his choices. If you're like me and have more living warbeasts in your collection than constructs, it can make force building a bit easier, if more restricted. Thorle technically doesn't wield any weapons. He just summons giant boulders and pummels his enemies with them. Stone's Throw is a range 10 rate of fire D3 power 13 magical attack. Its special ability is Beatback. Immediately after a basic attack with this weapon is resolved during Thorle's combat action, the enemy hit can be pushed back 1 inch directly away from Thorle. After the enemy is pushed, Thorle can advance up to 1 inch directly towards it. I see Stone's Throw as a more defensive and manipulative weapon. All you need to do is hit, and the enemy gets pushed. Also, advancing Thorle up after the pushed enemy isn't mandatory, so if you're worried about overextending him, you can keep him back. Power 13, of course, isn't the best, but it isn't something to ignore either. Stone Strike is a range 2 power 13 magical attack. Its special ability is Critical Smite. On a critical hit, the model hit can be slammed D6 inches directly away from Thorle. If the model hit has a larger base than Thorle, it is moved only half the distance rolled. The power of the collateral damage is equal to the power of Stone Strike, that being 13. Similar to his range attack, Stone Strike has a nice manipulative ability, a big potential push that can cause collateral damage. Combine this with Thorle's dual attack ability, you could easily smash an enemy away in melee, and then proceed to pummel it with Stone's Throw. The downside, of course, is this is a critical ability. I don't know about you, but my luck with critical hits is quite abysmal. He has 4 spells. They are Mystic Wards, a 3-cost range self AoE control spell. Enemy animi and upkeep spells on models in Thorle's battle group that are in his control range immediately expire. Enemy arcane attacks targeting a model in Thorle's battle group suffer -5 range. It lasts only 1 round. This is a nice little defensive spell, especially if you're going against a magic-heavy force. Then we have Rift, a 3-cost range 10 power 13 offensive spell. Center a 3-inch template on the model directly hit. The template is rough terrain that remains in play for 1 round. A nice little attack spell that has a defensive twist. Smack the enemy upside the head and slow them down. Then we have Rockwall, a 2-cost range control upkeep spell. You place a wall template anywhere completely within Thorle's control range where it does not touch a model's base, an obstruction, or an obstacle. The new wall grants cover and is removed from the table if it is contacted by a model with an extra large or huge base. This is a standard defensive spell that many other casters have, and it can come quite in handy in the right situations. Finally, we have Synergy, a cost 2 range self AoE control upkeep spell. While in Thorle's control range, models in his battle group gain a +1 cumulative bonus on melee attack and melee damage rolls for each other model in the battle group that hit an enemy model with a melee attack this turn, while also in Thorle's control range. The cumulative bonus cannot exceed +3. Now, I must say, this is one of my favorite spells, and while I don't remember much of Warmachine's previous editions, I do remember the spell was very, very powerful. Overpowered, one could say. Nerfing it down to only reach +3 is understandable. Now, I want you to think about it. A Wold Guardian with +3 to hit, melee attack 10, power 20, or even better, the Wold Wrath, melee attack 9 with power 21. And now we reach Thorle's feet, Tide of the Earth. Think of a giant tidal wave of stone and dirt, quickly moving things that normally do not move quickly. Choose a table edge and a distance up to 5 inches. Models in Thorle's battle group that are in his control range are pushed the chosen distance directly towards the chosen table edge in the order you choose. At the end of your turn, choose a distance up to 5 inches. Models in Thorle's battle group that are in his control range are pushed the chosen distance directly away from the chosen table edge in the order you choose. This feat adds some interesting mobility to otherwise slow wolves. Push them up as far as you like, charge them into the enemy, and then push them back out of harm's way. Be careful, however, that you do not overextend. Overall, Bradigus is limited in what he can take, but is very good with it. Plenty of wolves and anything that can benefit them. Shifting stones to get them moving, stone shapers to add extra repairs. The Well of Ouroboros is also a good choice. Combine his feat with synergy, and you can easily get the Alpha Strike. Though, poor planning and bad dice may leave your wolves out in the open and vulnerable. So, what do you think of Bradigus Thorle The Runecarver? Do you enjoy playing him? Is he fun to fight? If I've missed anything, please feel free to share in the comments. Thank you for watching, and remember to manage your fury.